Today, we're diving into a powerful idea that, whether you know it or not, is secretly running your life. It's called the compound effect. And it's all about how to multiply your success, not with giant leaps, but one simple step at a time.
But first, let's be real. Why do all those promises of quick fixes, the magic bullets and secret formulas, always seem to fail? I mean, we are constantly hit with ads for overnight success. Get rich in 30 days, lose 20 pounds in a week. But if you're watching this, you probably know that stuff just doesn't work. So the real question is, why do we keep falling for it?
Well, here's the problem. We've been completely tricked into believing that success should be instant. The author Darren Hardy, he calls this our microwave mentality. We expect everything right now. We've totally lost sight of the simple but profound fundamentals. We've been sold this idea that success is a sprint, when really, it's a marathon.
And that's exactly where this book comes in. The Compound Effect, by Darren Hardy, just cuts right through all of that noise. It's not about gimmicks or hype. Nope. It's about the real, kind of unsexy but unbelievably powerful truth of what it actually takes to achieve something extraordinary.
Okay, so let's break it down. The compound effect is basically the operating system that's been running your life, for better or for worse. It's this simple idea that tiny, seemingly insignificant steps, when you do them consistently over time, will create a radical difference. It's not about some big, heroic effort. It's about the small disciplines that stack up day after day.
And the guy teaching us this, Darren Hardy, he's not just talking theory. He is a living product of these principles. I mean, look at this. By 18, he was already making a six-figure income. By 24, over $1 million a year. And by 27, he owned a company that was pulling in $50 million in revenue. He has lived and breathed this system his entire life.
So, here's what we're going to cover in this explainer. We'll look at the blueprint for success laid out in the book, and then we're going to do a deep dive into the first two essential strategies, understanding the compound effect in action, and then mastering the power of your choices. And finally, we'll see how you can ignite this whole process in your own life.
So what exactly is this blueprint for success? Well, it's a super clear, actionable plan that's built on 6 core strategies. Let's get a bird's-eye view of the whole system.
These are the 6 pillars of the entire system. It all starts with just understanding the effect itself. Then, it moves on to mastering your choices, building good habits, getting unstoppable momentum, managing your influences, and finally, accelerating your results. Today, we're really going to focus on those first 2 because they are the absolute foundation.
All right, let's jump into the first major strategy, the compound effect in action. This is where we see exactly why slow and steady doesn't just win the race, it laps everybody else. Now, to really get this, let's do a little thought experiment from the book. You get a choice. You can take $3 million in cash right now, or you can take a single magic penny that doubles in value every day for 31 days. Which one are you going to choose? That $3 million cash looks pretty amazing, right? But just look at how this plays out. It's so deceptive. After 20 days, your penny is only worth about $5,000. Lame. Even on day 29, you're still behind the person who took the cash. You'd be feeling pretty dumb. But then, the magic of compounding just explodes. On the very last day, that single penny has grown to over $10.7 million. And this is the key. The really big results are completely invisible for almost the entire journey.
And that right there perfectly illustrates the core formula of this entire book. It's not about one huge, life-altering choice. It's about small, smart choices plus unwavering consistency plus time. And what does that equal? A radical, absolutely mind-blowing difference in your results.
This leads us perfectly into the second core strategy, choices. Because, if the whole formula starts with small, smart choices, then mastering your ability to make those choices, well, that's everything, isn't it?
I love this quote from the book. You make your choices, and then your choices make you. Just think about that. Everything in your life, your health, your bank account, your relationships, it all exists because at some point you made a choice about something. Every single decision, no matter how small it seems, it's steering the ship of your life. But here's the biggest problem. It's not that we're all out here intentionally making bad choices. No, it's that we make most of them completely unconsciously. We're just on autopilot, right? Grabbing that can of soda, hitting the snooze button again, mindlessly scrolling through our phones. These aren't really conscious decisions. They're just habits we've been sleepwalking through, and they are compounding against us every single day. So, what's the solution? This is so crucial.
The only way to break that cycle is to take 100% responsibility for your life. That's it. No more blaming traffic for being late, no blaming your boss for your crappy mood. You and you alone are responsible for what you do, what you don't do, and how you respond to everything that happens to you. That mindset, right there, is what gives you the power to change literally anything. Let's look at a really concrete example of a tiny choice. That daily $4 coffee. Seems totally harmless, right? But what if you had invested that $4 every day instead, at, say, an 8% return? Over 20 years, that little coffee habit would be worth over $51,000. All of a sudden, that's not a $4 coffee anymore, is it? It's a $51,000 coffee. That is the compound effect, working on your money through one tiny daily choice. So how do you wake up from this sleepwalking? The book gives us one insanely powerful tool: tracking. It's simple. Pick one area of your life, your spending, your diet, how you use your time. Then, for 1 week, just write down everything. Every penny you spend, every calorie you eat. This simple, kind of tedious act, it forces you to become conscious of your choices. It creates this in-the-moment awareness, and awareness is always the first step to real change. Okay, so we've seen the raw power of the effect and just how critical our choices are. How do we actually put this all together and ignite this process in our own lives? Well, it's all about making a really fundamental shift in your entire approach.
The transformation this book offers is really a shift from this before column to the after column. You move away from chasing those silly magic bullets and making choices on autopilot. You stop blaming other people or things, and instead, you start embracing consistency, making deliberate, conscious choices, and taking full ownership of every single thing in your life.
So who is this really for? Well, it's for anyone who's just sick and tired of the hype and is ready for the truth. It's for people who want a real, sustainable strategy for success, not some lottery ticket. It's for anyone who is finally ready to stop making excuses and start taking 100% responsibility. If you believe in discipline and consistent effort, this is basically your new operating manual.
And that really brings us to the final and most important question. This isn't about trying to change your entire life overnight. That never works. It's just about starting. So, I'll ask you, what is the one small, smart choice that you will start tracking today? What's the one behavior you're going to bring conscious awareness to starting right now? Always remember, every great achievement, every massive success story you've ever heard of is just the result of the compound effect in action. It all starts with one single, small, almost invisible step, taken again and again and again. Your journey starts now.
If you found this useful, definitely subscribe for more explainers where we break down big ideas just like this. And I really do want to know, what's that one small thing you're going to start tracking? Let us know your first step in the comments below. Thanks for watching.